Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Alisson Becker. We have big goals. That is the Liverpool FC standard. Alisson Becker outlined the big goals Liverpool want to achieve in the season ahead, after a winning start to their Premier League title defense. A dramatic encounter with AFC Bournemouth on Friday night at Anfield ended with 3 points for the Reds as late Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah goals gained a 4-2 victory. It was an emotional evening on and off the pitch, with tributes paid to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva at the club's first competitive home fixture since the brothers tragically died in July. We handled it really well. At the game, you want the result for the first thing, but also we are concerned about how we get the result. That's why we've been in training in the preseason, Alisson told NBC Sports post-match. Of course, with all of the things that happened in the last month with us, it wasn't easy. It's never easy. But I think everybody is coping in a good way because we are together. Today the supporters showed us the support they have, and most important is that we are together in this. We have big goals and big targets for this season. That is to fight for the title again. Not only for the Premier League but for the other competitions, because this is the standard of Liverpool FC. Hugo Ekitike and Cody Gakpo had netted before and after the interval to put the champions in control, only for the Cherries to equalize the score thanks to a double from Antoine Semenyo in the second half. A rousing conclusion tipped the contest back in Liverpool's favor, though, with Chiesa's volleyed finish followed by a Salah clincher. In the Premier League there is no easy game to play. Tonight was a good reminder for everybody, for us as well. After you stay so long without playing a Premier League game, said Alisson. We had a little bit of a taste against Crystal Palace at the Community Shield. Every side is strong. Teams are becoming stronger and stronger every season, and it's the case now. It will be a huge challenge for us, not only because of the level of the league but for the changes, players with top quality that left us. But I trust our team, I trust our players, I trust the manager, I trust the plan, that we are capable of doing great things. But we know that we have to play every game thinking that it's a final, the most important game. We did that tonight. You want to win a game playing well, in a smooth way, but if that doesn't happen, you have to force it the way we did tonight. On Chiesa's personal moment, a crucial first Premier League goal to put Arne Slot side back in front, Alisson said, "For Federico today coming from the bench, he's a special player for us who is there training every day. Everybody knows his situation was not that easy in the summer, but he kept working hard and today he gets the reward for scoring the winner for us." On the other hand, Alisson Becker makes frank admission over Liverpool transfer business. Nobody talks. Alisson Becker admits Liverpool face a huge challenge in trying to adapt to a summer of change in the transfer market that has seen 8 players signed and 7 leave. The Premier League champions kicked off the defense of their crown on Friday night with a 4-2 win over Bournemouth in a game that featured 4 new starters in Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz, and Hugo Ekitike. The Reds also confirmed the £26 million addition of Giovanni Leone before the game and had £29 million goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili on the bench, while Arne Slot has also bolstered his shot-stopping ranks with the captures of Armin Pexi and Freddie Woodman during the window. Talks opened with Crystal Palace over captain Mark Gahey last week, while Liverpool will move if given encouragement from Newcastle United for a potential British record move for Alexander Isak. On the outgoings, the likes of Luis Diaz, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez have all moved on alongside Jarell Quansah, Caoimhin Kelleher, Tyler Morton and Nat Phillips. Ben Doak will be next once his £25 million departure to Bournemouth has been confirmed, and speaking after Friday's hard-fought win over Bournemouth, Alisson believes the level of turnover cannot be ignored so easily when critiquing performances in the early going. "I think it's hard," Alisson told NBC. "Not many people talk about the changes we had in the team. Everybody said how good our team is becoming with new players coming in, but nobody talks about the challenge that this is. It is a big challenge. Last season we had the challenge of changing the manager, but you keep the players so you know each other, you just have to keep the same way of playing. The manager was smart in the way he did that and also implementing new things, it was easy for us to understand. But having new players to come in and changing a lot. Today, we didn't have Ryan Gravenberch, who is a really important player for us, didn't play as well, but everybody did amazingly well. I think for them to play, for Jeremy, for Flo, Wirtz, and for Hugo playing for the first time in the Premier League, you have the physicality that's a little bit different, the intensity. But they showed up so well today, they played amazingly well. Of course with our help. But they showed that their qualities are at the standard of Liverpool FC. The champions return to action when they are entertained by Newcastle at St. James Park on August 25th. On the other hand, Rooney and Shearer on Alexander Isak. Speaking last night on the first match of the day of the season, Wayne Rooney and Alan Shearer agreed that Alexander Isak has gone about the ongoing Liverpool transfer saga in the wrong way. The former said first, "I think it's a difficult one with Isak. He has to go about it the right way. There's ways of leaving a football club, whether that is the football club wants to get rid of you and if you want to leave to go to a different club. There's a right way to do it. I've been there myself where I've asked to leave Manchester United in my career at times. You have to do it the right way and be professional about it." And then the latter responded, "But you put in a transfer request. You didn't refuse to train, you didn't refuse to play, so there is a way to do it and Alex isn't going about it in the right way at all. You have to feel sorry for the players and the manager. Today the players are busting their gut for the football club, for the thousands of fans that have traveled all that way to Villa Park. They're giving their all. Yet, they're all looking at another player wherever he is refusing to play despite having a 3-year contract and over £100,000 a week. They're paying £60 to £70 for a ticket, £30 for petrol or a train ticket to get there and back. You can imagine the anger that they're feeling that someone is taking the liberty saying they refuse to play. You just can't do that when you've got a 3-year contract." Leaving Rooney to add, "Also for the team who's trying to sign him, obviously it looks like Liverpool who's trying to sign him. You have to wonder if that's the sort of player you want? Who is going to desert his teammates? Who is going to walk away from a huge football club? It's a good opportunity with Liverpool, but it has to be done in the right way, and I don't think it is." On the other hand, after Newcastle United 0-0 opener, Eddie Howe insists there is still time for Alexander Isak to be reintegrated into his squad as he urged the forward to decide what he wants to do. Reports have suggested the 25-year-old does not wish to play for the Magpies ever again, but his manager is still hopeful of a breakthrough to end the Liverpool transfer saga. Alexander Isak offered Liverpool transfer ultimatum as Eddie Howe makes respect claim. Eddie Howe insists there is still time for Alexander Isak to be reintegrated into the Newcastle United squad as he urged the forward to decide what he wants to do. Isak was left out of Newcastle's squad to face Aston Villa in their opening Premier League match on Saturday. The 25-year-old has been training alone in the North-East in recent weeks and missed the Magpies Premier League opener against Aston Villa on Saturday afternoon as he attempts to force through a move to Liverpool. Earlier this month, the Reds had a bid of £110 million rejected for the Sweden international, who has 3 years left on the contract he signed when he joined the North-East outfit in a £63 million deal from Real Sociedad in August 2022. But despite Isak's seeming insistence never to play for Newcastle again, Howe offered the forward a lifeline at St. James Park after Saturday's 0-0 draw with Aston Villa. "The door is well and truly open," said Howe. "He has to decide what he wants to do. We would like a resolution. The ownership, the players, we need that clarity. I'm not in control of that, it's one person really that can control that." After Saturday's stalemate at Villa Park, next up for the Magpies is a first home game of the season against Liverpool. Nonetheless, and Howe is expecting a feisty occasion when the teams lock horns at St. James Park on August 25th. "I think it's always spicy against Liverpool. There's a history with the fixture anyway. It's been an unbelievable fixture over the years in the Premier League. So we look forward to it, we respect them, and we know how good they are. Hopefully, off the back of today, we are ready." Newcastle fans develop theory that Liverpool are trying to lure Alexander Isak with song. Newcastle star Alexander Isak is trying to push through a move to Liverpool this summer after telling Magpies Chiefs he wants to leave the club. And some Newcastle fans think the Reds cheekily attempted to lure the striker to Anfield with an ABBA song. Liverpool got the 2025-26 Premier League season underway on Friday evening as they defeated Bournemouth 4-2. The Reds went 2-0 up after Hugo Ekitike and Cody Gakpo struck either side of half-time. before Antoine Semenyo bagged a 12-minute brace to draw his side level. The Reds ultimately secured the win after Federico Chiesa and Mohamed Salah scored in the closing stages. Ahead of the match, Liverpool played the ABBA hit Gimme Gimme Gimme, which was released by the Swedish band in 1979. The tune has been used by Newcastle fans when chanting Isak's name during his time at St. James Park. Magpies supporters sing, "Gimme, gimme, gimme a striker from Sweden, he's our number 14 and he plays in attack. Gimme, gimme, gimme a striker from Sweden. First name's Alexander and his surname's Isak." According to the Shields Gazette, the decision to play the song was deliberate, with the publication reporting that Newcastle fans may view the use of the song as shameless. Isak was absent for Newcastle's clash with Aston Villa on Saturday, with the two sides playing out a 0-0 draw at Villa Park. And after the match, some Newcastle fans were heard singing, "We don't care about Isak, he don't care about me, all we care about is NUFC." That rhyme came after some Magpies fans were heard singing another song, presumably aimed at Isak as they chanted. Meanwhile, Newcastle boss Eddie Howe refused to get drawn into commenting on the lyrics that were used as he spoke after the stalemate. "I'm not going to have a big opinion on the chants," he explained. "The supporters supported the team, which is my big ask, which they have done unbelievably well. If they want to say something afterwards, they are free to do that. I want a resolution to the situation and the door is still well and truly open for Isak to return to the squad." Liverpool have just over a fortnight to get a deal for Isak over the line, with the summer transfer window slamming shut on September 1st. But, according to transfer expert Sasha Tavalieri, the Reds will move on to other targets if they can't secure the 25-year-old's services in the next week. Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.